I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Welcome to our latest Lotsa Lume PAM-tastic special edition. If there's just one luxury watch brand that's associated with equally spectacular appearances in the light or at night, a watch brand that's renowned for lume as such, it would be Panerai. Ask any enthusiast to name 3 luxury watches that simply explode in the dark after you charge them up, and every single one will name Panerai as one of the most spectacular after dark luxury watches. Now here I have several significant references that are going to show you the difference between a printed dial and a sandwich dial, the difference between true patina lume and simulated patina lume, as well as differences between things like a conventional Panerai dial and a vintage evocative California style Panerai dial. So we've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's start with the most elemental, longest lived, and probably best known reference of this collection, and that is the PAM-25. This one's also notable because in addition to being a Panerai dive watch and thus blessed with more lume on its dial than most, the example I have here, you'll note, is actually an original tridium dial. So this is the difference between a true faded patina dial, which this watch is, and then you're going to see in a moment simulated patina and what that looks like. So we're going to charge this guy up. Charging him up as I kill the lights, and the last to go is going to be my 400 lumen LED. And now you can see that's what happens with genuine patinaed lume. Over time, it fades. So if you are a simulated patina skeptic, if you think it looks contrived, think again. It gives you the attractive appearance of a vintage watch with the functionality of modern super luminova. And you can see the replacement bezel on this watch from a past service, the only element in luminova that's still visible in no light conditions. Now we're going to jump quickly through the rest of them because I want you to see the contrast without too much lag between units. The next one coming up is a special series watch. This right here is the PAM-629 California dial, patina style dial lume, big, bold, Luminor 1950 case, 47 millimeters. Let's see how it looks when the lights fall. And there you can see what simulated patina lume looks like in the dark. Absolutely spectacular. This is a watch that is more torch than timepiece when the lights go out. But of course the lights have to come back on. And we're bringing in a bit of an exotic now. This is the PAM-516 Equation of Time, a special series of only 200 units from 2015. This is a watch that you do not see too often. However, like all Panerai watches, it's one that you will easily see once I cut the power. Now this is a broad 48 millimeter case, so this is one of the largest dials you will see in a modern Panerai watch. The grand complications and the advanced complications like the Equation of Time and the Tourbillon get this 48 millimeter case, and you can see it allows Panerai to expand the dial just a bit more to include more complex sub-registers and extend the hands and the indices beautifully. So the watch, in addition to being mechanically fascinating, is aesthetically intriguing and can be considered a scaled-up version of the original 44mm Panerai Betterini case. This is the case shape and case size that Panerai launched back in 1993 with the first modern Luminor models issued to the civilian market. Now you can see this one does have the pig dial. It's a 1 of 75 special series PAM-465 for La Jolla, a San Diego special edition for the boutique out there. Now you'll note when the light goes out, the pig, not so prominent. The iconic Panerai visage, very much so. An easy watch to read in the dark. Back in the 1990s, when the initial tridium dials were still stout, this is what people would have seen when turning off the lights with a Panerai Luminor for the first time. The good news is here, super luminova, it's going to look as good in 20 and 30 years as it does today. Now if we want to take a look at a more contemporary watch, With a decidedly vintage flair, we take the PAM-663. Now this is itself a special series of 1000, and what it does is it recalls vintage watches not just in the simulated patina style lume, but in a simulated patina strap, simulated patina stitch, simulated patina dark brown dial base. A beautiful composition, incredibly handsome. This could be considered one of the ultimate 1950 cases. 47 millimeters, beautifully polished with an awesome combination of earth tones and rose gold. This watch is rich, but again, as a Panerai Luminor, it doesn't forget where it came from. It remains just as useful, with the same kind of explosive after dark visage that made this one famous during the era of the early civilian Luminors. Now, of course, with the 1950 case and 47 millimeters, you get a bigger dial. So kind of like the Equation of Time with its broad 48 millimeter case, this is just stepped down a bit. You get longer indices, larger numerals, and longer hands. So you get the same kind of explosive pyrotechnic effect in luminova that you would have expected, quite frankly, from the 48, and you can barely tell the difference in the dark. The only difference being this one's a little bit more elemental, less complex and less cluttered than the Equation of Time. And for some Panerai purists, that is an immense advantage. Now, it's important, since we have 6 watches, and this is all about spectacle, Lotsa Lume should include a group shot. We've got the black hole of the PAM-25 in the middle. The 516 joins us with that powerhouse 48 millimeter case, and we're gonna bring our California Dreamin' San Diego Boutique Edition in for the spread shot, and finally a white gold PAM 376. Zoom out, light it up, and cut it off. I'm Tim, this is Watch You Want, and thanks for logging on.